to Dom Effects, another weekly review. I'm going to be doing week commencing 16th of March. It's Sunday today. On what we are predicting for dollar is going to be a bullish scenario, and on pound dollar is going to be a bearish scenario. And I'm going to be explaining my reasoning now. So on the monthly, we've seen good direction lower. It ticked into here, this fair value gap, but more importantly, on the weekly, it's this one right here. Now, what we predicted for last week was it to come back up. However, it didn't. But this week did what it needed to do. So the week prior to it had a very big range. So the next candle is less likely to create a large range. However, so it done that, and what that allowed it to do was create this fair value gap. So now what we would want to see is it go up into that gap. Now we're expecting it to go into that gap Friday, and then over here, and then start to head lower. The reason why we're doing that is because this whole one is a fair value gap, and then on the next one lower, so on the daily, so the weekly fair value gap on the daily, this is a fair value gap, this is a fair value gap, both, you've got to allow for it to go up into both. And then this would be the fib, so at least try to reach standard deviation at the start. That would cover this one, and then we'll see what it wants to do. I believe FOMC is this week, Wednesday or Tuesday. Yeah, so this will be the week. So yeah, Monday it's gonna have news. Tuesday, no news. Wednesday we have FOMC. Thursday we have news for GBP, and then got some for US dollar as well. On Friday we've got no news for USD. So with that being said, we're going to be seeing what's it going to look to do. So price on the daily, it's going to want to reach at least up into here. Reason being is because this is a fair value gap, so that's the gap. You include the gap it created here as well, and it would want to reach that. Secondly, it's respected this and the median threshold of this, so this is turning into a order block. However, it didn't wick above it, so that's concerning. So we'll have to wait and see. However, this would be on the hourly, so that order block from the change in structure, so that broke it, that made the low, so that would technically be the propulsion block. So I'm using the propulsion block here, opening thingy to where it broke and created the high, went lower into 78% retracement level, and we're wanting to see Monday. So if it comes up during Sunday, that's calm to see, because we would want to see, alright, by 2 a.m. ish, it break lower, break the lows of the Asia session, and then start to head higher for Monday. So would want to see ideally a decently large range, because this whole week was kept in a range. We want to see it escape that range in some direction, and the ideal direction would be this fair value gap, so that it can get people buying later, because right now retail would be thinking sell, 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 because it's already made that big move lower. So it'll be like dollars crashing, and a lot of news recently, or dollars falling, dollars everything, blah blah blah. So it will allow, them to, if people are buying up later, if they're selling right now, they're going to be taking losses, and then when it gets to around here, even smart money would be buying it, selling it, to the people buying it back. So if they were selling it, they need to buy it back. If they're buying it back, smart money is selling to them to buy it back. So they'll do it, and then they'll send price lower. Reason is because on the higher time frame, we believe dollar is moving lower. So on the 3 month, we want March to be able to come back up and then start to head lower relatively quickly, at least into here. So if it by the end of March, if we're looking at around here, that 3 month candle has broken the median threshold of this order block, and that means it's more likely to seek these equal lows, and we've got these here. So we have to wait and see, does it want to take that? And if it does, it's looking good. I mean, if we can get April to break these, even better, and that will fall into this um 3rd of November. We'll move it one more. There we go. So it's got high optimum trade entry in the green area, comes lower until the grey area. If it can break past this in the grey area, brilliant. And then once it breaks past, we'll look to see, does it want to reach even lower? But that's all in the future. So right now we're looking, alright, it has created that bearish stance, and we would like it to come into this fair value gap and then see if it wants to go lower. With that being said, it needs to do relatively the same but opposite for pound dollar. So that's where this fair value gap comes in. Now, so it's broken the high, it's created that small candle, so it didn't break the previous high. It's going to want to come back lower into this fair value gap, and then look to see, does it want to start moving higher before April starts, because we want to see that bullish close for the month, then April to have some range where it can go lower, like this, and then come up for May. So that is our predictions. So on the daily, what might that look like? So right now it's not too great because this wick is respected that, but if dollar is looking to go higher, pound dollar would look to go lower. Not only that, it's creating relatively equal lows here. This is the hourly inverted fair value gap. It's respected that here multiple times on the constant encroachment. on the low of it, well, 25% of it with this candle. So we might see price get back up into here, which is the low, and the order blocks open. So it could potentially get up into there. But right now, price has respected the medium threshold of this order block, which is technically the propulsion candle, because if this is the order block, it's technically broke it here and then came back, respected the open of that, so it's potentially gonna go lower. This has went even deeper into this fair value gap. Now we want to see, does it want to break lower and then use the lower side of it as an inverted fair value gap to then continue going lower. So currently we're looking to see, does it want to go into here, the remainder of that. Once it does, we'll potentially see it come back up into a specific range and then continue lower. So that is our prediction for now, for next week anyway. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you want to be updated on my streams, make sure to follow while subscribe and turn on notifications. And yeah, peace out. Thank you for watching.